Hey everyone, welcome to the Pyramid Book Club book discussion. It's us, it's always us. Do you guys have anything fun that you want to start out with? Any announcements?
I'm going to post this on the Instagram that we're live.
I also shared this on my feed. I have nothing to promote. I'm sorry.
I have to be in this picture.
I never do, so that's...
Michelle is like...
Sorry.
I have a readathon, but people know about it, so that's about it.
Let us know in the comments if you read the book, if you are here for spoilers because you didn't read the book, or if you did read it so you're ready for discussion. For the record, I don't know where my book is. I think it's under my thing. We are going to be talking about Exes and O's by Amy Lee for our April pick. So yeah. Hello. Lexi's having a time over there.
I was laughing at you, so yeah.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say something else, and I was like, "I'll wait." Hello.
I guess I should have tagged us in that story so we can share it.
What's the point? What's the point in sharing it if you don't even tag us?
Well, I can't edit it.
It's all good.
I guess I could repost it. Yeah.
All right. Since I'm hosting this time, I don't think I should have to go first on my rating.
That's fair.
Also because I actually have a rating this time.
That's fair.
In my noggin. So
that's fine. I can go first.
Okay.
2 stars.
3 stars.
3 stars.
Oh,
this is a rough one. This is our second romance book and my second 2-star.
Notice that we didn't choose romance for the next round.
But yeah, there's no romance.
Yep. It's just so hit or miss. Like, at least with some of the others, like, you can be like, yeah, it was good, but not my favorite, but it was good. And then I feel like with the romance ones, it's either like, that was really good, or like, I don't want it. Chapter 14.
I feel like romance spoilers are definitely like
not a thing.
They're not really a thing. Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously
it coming.
Yeah, romance includes a happily ever after, and there is one in here, so it's a romance.
Especially because this is like a traditionally published rom-com.
It's traditionally, exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, Bowsy.
So yeah, I'm not really sure what would be a spoiler. Like, I'm trying to think in my head, like, what would be even like spoilery about it? But
well, let's talk about what this book is about. And by talk about, I mean I'm just gonna read the back of it really fast. Okay. I did like that she was like a bookstagrammer, but that was about all I liked about her. Romance book connoisseur Tara Chen has had her heart broken 10 times by 10 different men, all of whom dumped her because of the stage 5 clinger tendencies. Nevertheless, Tara is determined to find the one. The only problem, classic meet cutes are dead thanks to modern dating apps, so Tara decides to revisit her exes in hopes of securing her very own trope-worthy second chance romance. First of all, I hate a second chance romance. Like, I tried that in my real life and it did not work, So like and also this is a slow burn and I did not like this. So like this had 2 things that I did not like in it. So I feel like this was doomed for me from the start.
Saying is I would have dumped her too.
Right? I did not like her. I did not like her.
Like, not that she was too much, but like because I don't know her. Why is my dad calling me?
Just
I don't know. Huh?
Just you could take it.
BRB.
I bet I know why.
So I did not like Tara because I felt like the author was trying to make her not like other girls, except she was exactly like every other girl. Like, she liked Taylor Swift. She liked chicken nuggets and french fries. I don't even eat meat anymore. And like, I like chicken nuggets and french fries. Like, she was just like trying too hard to make her not like other girls, where she was like exactly like other girls, you know? And I really did not appreciate that. And that's another trope I don't like. So like, I feel like in trope wise, this did not work for me at all. Like, none of these tropes work.
Well, I think the other thing is like the very basis of her being like a bookstagrammer and like book talker, I guess, like, is that she knows tropes, and the whole book was supposed to be tropey. Like, that's the whole basis, is her basing all of her judgment on like second chance romance. Like, that's the trope. Like, the whole thing was very like set in a channel on it.
Can we also talk about how she was like a book influencer and she never read new books? Like, how are you a book influencer and you reread the same books over and over? Like, that is not.
It just seemed like she didn't comprehend a lot of it, because the half the time she's like, "Oh, what is that?" And I'm like, "You just read it." Like,
like she like he. At some point, Trevor was like, "Why do you reread the same books over and over again?" She was like, "I don't like change or whatever." And I'm like, "How are you a book influencer and not reading new books? Like, that is like the whole point."
Like, what does she talk about? I would love to know. Like, what do you talk about?
It was very confusing. It was like, this author obviously knows about the book world, but like not enough that she was like, let's make it realistic. My cats are fighting. Give me 1 second. Stop fighting. Stop fighting. People can hear you. Okay.
Hilarious. No, but I feel that. Like, it was like a good premise that could have worked really, really well. But like, I think the character herself ended up being like,
I really did not like her. What I did like, and this is a me thing, is I loved all the Taylor Swift references. Obviously. Like, every time there was a Taylor Swift reference, I was like, ooh, like, I got that, obviously. But like, that is not enough for me to like a book.
Right.
You know
honestly, and I'm glad they brought up the Taylor Swift references, because that exact, like, the references that were made in this book are the reason that it even got 3 stars.
Yeah, me too.
But I made a list. I made a list of the references that had me like rolling, and also things that were like, wait, me too. She mentioned her first childhood crush was the kid from Casper.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, my whole family, like my sisters and I, have always loved Devon Sawa so much. Like, embarrassingly. So like, as soon as she said that, she didn't even name him, and I was instantly like, I love him.
I don't know, because my first celebrity crush was Leonardo DiCaprio, but especially Titanic Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah. Right? His hair, he's like
something about Jack Dawson, man.
Right? Jack Dawson. He was so hot back then. Hello.
Sorry. I was like, I picked up and it was just about our vacation, and I was
figured.
Yeah, but I was like just making sure everything was okay. And he kept talking.
Isn't it your mom's birthday?
Yes. Today is. It's also my mom and Theo share a birthday.
Yeah, twins.
Aw.
So I was like, if you don't really need to talk right now, I want a book club meeting. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, sorry. I picked up. I just want to make sure nothing was wrong.
Hilarious.
We're just talking about the Taylor Swift references mostly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also, the fact that they were watching Little House on the Prairie, and I was like, I've been watching that show for the last like month and a half.
Why?
Because I love it. It's so wholesome, and also, I don't know. It's an escape like type of. I watched it at work when I was like, I could have it on for like background noise.
Okay.
Then I started really paying attention, because I was like, oh man, I forgot how good this show is.
That's me with Grey's Anatomy. Now I'm like actually watching it.
I freaking loved it. The Shania Twain references, and then also the fact that she talked about, I think it was like her grandpa or something was complaining about Vanna White's dresses. And let me tell you, my fun fact is that my grandma, when she was alive, her and her best friend lived across town from each other, and every single night at 7:31, p.m., they would call each other to talk about the dress that Vanna White wore on that night's episode of Wheel of Fortune. So when they mentioned it in the book about the grandpa who like talked all about Vanna White's dress, I was like, what is this? How did this book hit like every single thing that I like? It was bizarre. And that's the reason why I ended up giving it 3 stars, is because I was like, no, those like hit home.
Yeah, I give it 3 stars, not because like I did not hate this book, even with all the tropes.
I did not either.
Yeah, like for real, I don't like any of these tropes, but like I made it through the book, you know, like if someone liked all of these tropes, I would recommend it to them, you know?
Yeah.
Like I think if you like a slow burn and you love A Second Chance, this is probably the book for you because of all the references. Like they're funny. But like I personally did not like the main character, and like for me, this is just not like a Michelle book, but I don't think it's a bad book, you know?
Exactly. And for me, 2 stars like isn't that I think it's like an offensive book or that nobody should read it. It's just like my enjoyment, and I didn't care about anything and I was bored, like because of the way this slow burn was done. And maybe this is how all slow burns are done. I don't know. I barely read romance. It just felt like I was reading like general fiction for the longest time. And I was like, I just don't care.
Yeah. And
I don't care at all.
I like really didn't like the ex-boyfriend thing. Like
that was it was
I
dumb.
hated that.
I was like maybe one, but to go through like 7 of your exes and try to date them again, I'm like
there's a reason you broke up, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason you broke up. Like
yeah. I am glad though that they acknowledged that like at least half the guys knew what she was doing when she reached out to them, so it wasn't like a really sketchy like, yeah, let's meet up, like, and they think it's just because like she wants to like most of them knew what was going on beforehand, I think, or at least some of them did. And I was like, okay, that makes it, at least they know what they're getting into, that it's not like something random.
I think it's weird that she was like a booktuber and she was talking about her personal life that had nothing to do with books on her channel, and I was
I think the idea was that she
all their
was
names
like
through.
she was a romance only
I
thing.
guess.
So like I don't know.
If I was watching someone and they were like, I'm not talking about books anymore, I'd be like, unsubscribe, please.
Would you unsubscribe from me if I stopped talking about books?
Yes. Bye, Lexi. Not books with Lexi.
I don't have anything else to talk about. This is
I know,
not
me
books,
either.
so, like,
I'm here for the books. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was trying too hard to be relevant a little bit.
Yeah. See,
like I don't know.
I don't mind that, especially in romance, because they're literally contemporary. Like that is what romance is. They are written for the moment, you know?
Yes.
So I actually enjoy that. That's why I liked all the Taylor Swift references, because
my issues weren't even like the references. I think it was like trying to make it relevant to the book community with like it was just like a weird version of like Booktube, Book Talk, Bookstagram. That was my issue, not the like Taylor Swift references or all that other stuff.
We talked about that when you were with your dad, but we were like, it was like Amy Lee knew about the book community, but you can tell she's not in it.
Yeah, so that
all the references were wrong.
It was like a cringy version of everything, and I was like,
yeah, because when you came in, we were talking about how the main character only reread books and didn't read new books. And like, how are you a content creator about books when you only reread the same books? Like that is not, like she would not have as many subscribers as she has if she just talked about the same books over and over again. Like this is not, like Amy Lee doesn't know what she's talking about.
That's what I meant. Like it was trying too hard to be relevant just because Book Talk is so big.
Exactly.
And stuff like that.
Yeah. I think it was cool to see like her doing all these things, but she was doing them all incorrectly. Like, so as like someone who does book content on like all of the things, I'm just like, all of this is wrong. This is all wrong.
Yeah.
And I gave it 4 stars, but did think it was too long.
It was extremely long. Yeah.
It was
like a 12-hour audiobook for romance, and I was like,
12 hours.
Which would have been so much better if they had just cut out like half of the ex-boyfriends.
It was 9 hours and 40 minutes, but it felt like 12 hours.
Are you kidding?
No, because
No
I
way.
originally thought it was 12 hours, and then I looked because I started it last night, and I was like, oh, this is 9 hours and 37 minutes.
No way. It felt so long.
It's because we were just watching her date people she already
that was
broke up with.
Literally so boring, and I don't like Second Chance, so.
And every time she's just like, oh yeah, they're exactly like I remembered. They're exactly like I remembered.
Right? Like, there's a reason you broke up with someone, you know?
Yeah. Especially that many people.
The only one I was like, well, I think it was the last one, like the childhood best friend, boyfriend thing, whatever that was, that like, that one they didn't break up, but he just moved or something, right?
Yeah, those are like that kind of second chance whenever it's just like life took them in different directions. That is fine because that was kind of what happened with that. But why would you why would you want to like go on another date with someone that like broke up with you because of your personality?
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it.
I'm just glad she didn't even attempt to do anything with the ex-fiance, which like it was only I guess a year or something. I was like, thank God she didn't try to do it. Like,
well, he was seeing
on the list, but like already like crossed off from the beginning.
I think it's only because he was seeing someone. Yeah, he was like that's the thing she talked about in the beginning, because they were engaged, and then she was like, some people just move on faster than other people, and he was like seeing another doctor, but like he sucked also. Like, all these people sucked, and that's why like the whole Trevor thing, like, you know, Trevor is like such a good guy, even though he's like a player and all this stuff, but you know, like they're attracted to each other. Like, you know, obviously we knew who the love interest was going to be. We're not dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if I'm gonna read a slow burn, it needs to be like just those characters, and like we can clearly tell like that they're into each other, but like and it should I don't know. I don't have a full formed opinion on slow burn because I have not read many, but it just felt like half the book was focused on everything else.
But what you were talking about before, how you wish it were from both perspectives.
Yeah.
And honestly, romances from both perspectives are superior.
Yeah.
Like, they absolutely are, because you get in the mind of both people. And if we had the perspective of Trevor and the first time he saw her, like that would have like really changed it for me, because you would have seen him pining and been like, okay, but she's going out on a date with this guy.
Yes.
And then that would
helping her.
Like that would have been way better for me. Like, I just think two perspective books are better.
Yeah, even if the whole plot was still the same, where she was like going on all of these dates, because then like, because we got a little bit of her being like, oh, he's attractive, but like not really much. So if we would have gotten his like, because clearly you find out are we talking about spoilers?
Yeah.
Whatever. You find out at the end that he like has been collecting like little things in his box to give to her and has liked her the whole time. Yeah. So and like I feel like that would have added a lot and then made it feel more like a romance the whole time instead of like watching this person pretend to be a book influencer. Well, pretend us. Yeah. And then like this guy just existing.
I feel like that one part where she's at the restaurant and she gets stood up and he comes, like I would have loved that from his perspective.
Yeah.
Like, I think that would have been such a good chapter from his perspective. And we didn't get that. And that's why, like, I really don't enjoy romances that are just from one point of view. Like, I think they're kind of boring. I really like
a lot.
Yeah, you're missing a whole perspective of like another main character. So
yeah,
I just think they're better when you get the guy's perspective, or two girls or two boys, like whatever.
Yeah, just both people.
Two people. I would like that in all my romance books.
For sure. I'm 38%. I'm surprised I got this far through in 2 days. We'll see if I stop at 50. I don't regret finishing it. I don't know. I don't know if I would have stopped partway or not. Probably not. I don't like DNFing, so I probably would have finished it regardless. But
I remember looking like at my phone and I was 68% in, and I was like, "That's it." Like,
Yeah.
I was struggling at that point.
I probably would have DNF'd personally because like I can tell like almost immediately if I'm liking a romance or not. And I like it's not my genre. So I don't think it was bad, and I don't regret finishing it even though it was 2 stars, but also like I probably would not have finished it because I have plenty of other things to read.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it wasn't like I like romance, and this just like, you know, wasn't my favorite romance.
Yeah. Yeah, but once again, I don't think it was like bad.
Yeah.
Hello. I agree. Life took them in a different direction, kind of books.
Yeah, I think like if they didn't like break up for like reasons in their relationship, you know, like fighting or whatever, or cheating or whatever, like that's completely fine. If someone moved away, that's different.
It's where like you broke up because something happened or they did something or whatever, that time makes you forget like what it did to you, almost like time makes you forget why, and then you go back to just get treated the same way again.
Yeah. Like there's a reason
yeah. Also, the second book in a series.
Yeah. So the first one's called Set on You, and I haven't read that one. I do have it, and I was telling Lexi this, that I would probably like, I'm still gonna read it. But like I probably wouldn't buy any of her books again, especially if she's gonna keep doing the one perspective. And her next book is actually a YA romance, which I'm definitely not going to read.
Yeah. And with romance books, like it does not matter if you read the first one.
No, like they're not like series anymore. They're just like continuations of the same world.
Yeah, they're companions.
Right. Yeah, so like it doesn't.
They're always another character.
Yep.
Yeah, what was it? Ones that I read backwards, like in February. I don't even remember what they were. Oh, The Spanish Love Deception. I read those out of order.
Oh yeah,
you read that?
Yeah, I did. I got the audiobooks from Libby. So I read them, but I got them out of order. And I didn't even realize until I finished the second one and I saw that it said number 2 and I was like, oops.
I feel like it's the same. Like you obviously read Well Met first, but it's like a 5-book like companion series. You can read them all.
Yeah, yeah, I have. I only have 3 of them, so I need to figure out where the rest of them are. But
yeah, but all I know is that there's probably going to be a 3rd book in this series. I don't think I would read it, but I have the first one, so I'll probably go back and read that one at some point. But I don't. Like, I'm going to skip her YA. But, like, if I hear that she comes out with another one and it's dual point of view, I don't know what I was trying to say, then I probably would try it. But, like, this was, like, a rom-com, and I didn't think it was funny.
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't really find it funny until it became relevant to my life. And then it was every reference that was like, hey, this is about you. And I'm like, that made me laugh a little bit. But, Dawn, the first one, is set on you, which follows her friend. Part of the was that her friend or her sister? Okay, the first book about the sister.
No video. I've already forgotten everything.
The sister, because the firefighter. Oh, was it Scott or something?
I don't know. I don't know either.
I know no one's name.
I'm like trying to remember because she had like 2 friends, and so I guess, or one friend and a sister that were like her 2 closest people. I think. I might read the first one. I didn't buy this one. I got the ebook from Libby. Probably wouldn't buy them.
I heard from a bunch of people that the first one has a bunch of Harry Potter references, so it could be one that I end up DNFing for that alone. So true. Stay tuned. I'll let you know. I think so too. And I might skip it. I honestly might skip it or just take out the audiobook and not buy it.
Yeah, I listened to the audiobook. I have this from the library.
Yeah, me too.
I exclusively listen to
it at the playground. So like I don't know.
Yep.
I bought it because I love this cover so much. And
it is a cute cover.
It is
I'm
really
upset
pretty.
that I'm gonna sell it, but like, oh well.
Yeah, no, nothing.
Good for you. Don't.
See, I would appreciate the references because that's something like my whole family grew up reading, watching, loving, and now life sucks.
Yeah, like
I don't wanna
anywhere
enjoy
after 2020, there should be no Harry Potter references in books anymore. Like, get over it. You know?
Yeah.
Get over it.
For sure. For
Let's
sure.
get over
It sucks that like you can have such a foundation and like that was a very big part of my life growing up, but now I'm like,
Yeah, I'm the same way. And like I always look at the publication date and like go back a year from when they like actually wrote it probably. And I'm like, if you wrote it in 2019 and it's published, it's probably fine. But like if this got published in 2022 and there's a Harry Potter reference, I'm judging you. You know? Like
yeah.
she did this back in 2019. Like we don't need Harry Potter references in romance books anymore.
Right.
Also, there's so many other books to reference.
Like literally get over it. I will die on this note.
There's so many other, like, if you want to go for something like that was very pop culture, like relevant, like there's so many other book series, movie franchises, like there's so many things to choose from.
Yeah, we don't.
Like, why don't we talk about the Hunger Games enough?
I love Hunger Games. And like Susan Collins
Renaissance is giving me life.
Yeah. Like she just got her money and left. Like good for her. She was like, I will not be on the internet ever. So like I love that.
Love it. I am a little bit salty about the newer book that came out.
Oh yeah, no, I hated that book.
So but we pretend.
I would still like to see the movie at some point because it comes out in November and I'll probably see it when it comes to like Netflix eventually, but you know, I'm in no.
Trying to think if there's anything else about this book specifically.
Michelle, I would like to know your hatred for the name Trevor.
Oh my god, it's just a bad name. Like Trevor is a bad name. Also, I'll bring it back to Harry Potter because Neville's frog was named Trevor, and I always just think of a frog.
Oh, I had no idea about that.
Oh yeah. So like every time someone's like Trevor, I just think immediately of a frog, like a toad. It's just like not a cute name.
Oh. Okay. I have no opinions on the name Trevor.
I just like heard the name Trevor and I was like, ugh, what a bad name.
That's funny.
Oh no, Monica.
This always happens. Well, I guess we can go out. There she is.
That was long.
I know, I was like, I guess we'll just move on. But then as I was trying to say that, she came back. Maybe. Oh, okay. Hello.
I don't know what the problem is. Ugh. I can't see my. I'm trying to move my thing closer to the internet. But I think I discovered that like the fireplace that's like right here.
Yeah.
I don't know if the brick of the fireplace
you need to
is
put your
it.
You need to put your computer in the fireplace because it's like goes through. Lay on the ground and put your computer in it.
Okay, I'm gonna clean it first. But then I'll do that. For the next video, you'll find me in my fireplace.
Cool. Thank you.
Hilarious. I was never turn on my whole list for the audio. Physically reading it. Yeah, I used both at one point. Which was into the audio when every time she went over the stupid list, every time I crossed out this name, crossed out, and I'm like, I hate this.
Get it.
Also the fact that the whole book is like we talk about how tropey it is, and like the whole premise is that she's building on the second chance romance trope. Right. And I thought it was so funny until like the very last chapter, she doesn't acknowledge that even like the roommate trope.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah.
like you're living it, and you know that you are living it, whether he is or not. And she like doesn't even acknowledge that it exists. And I'm like, what the heck? You're supposed to be like, you could pick it up in every other scenario except for your own, apparently.
I just thought she was kind of dumb. Like everything she did was dumb.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, right? Like I just don't think she
thought
she was a good character.
I don't think she
yeah,
did.
she did not think. No thinking.
No thinking whatsoever. I also the storyline with the little girl. I actually did like that. I thought that was kind of cute that she was in the same like building the whole time and had no idea.
Wait,
I thought
what
that was
little
kinda
girl?
His niece.
His nephew, Trevor's
I'm like,
niece,
what are we
nephew.
talking about? I already
The niece.
blocked it out, obviously.
Yeah.
I thought kind of I thought that was a nice, like a cute addition on the side that like at one point I was like I found myself waiting to be like, when can we get to her birthday party? Like I just want like that side story was almost more interesting.
I just think like
secondhand.
I don't know. It was, I agree with Dawn that it was too long and there were like too many side stories. Like we had the story of her going back to her exes, and then we had the story of her roommate, and then we had the story of his niece. And I was just like a lot going on.
Also, the third act breakup was dumb.
So
it was dumb.
Like I expect it now. Almost every romance has a third act breakup. Like that's just how they do. And I personally don't like it, but like I know it's coming, so I'm fine.
But
that
like,
was dumb.
It was certain things I'm like, okay. Maybe not a whole breakup, but like, okay.
Yeah.
And then this, I'm like, really?
Yeah. It was really? I could be persuaded to give this a 2.5, which is still 3 on Goodreads. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't even matter. Like, it's still gonna get 3, but it definitely wasn't my favorite book. Yeah, but I love the cover. Yeah. I love the cover.
Yeah. This is definitely one where I didn't like it, but I don't think it was bad.
No, it has pretty good reviews, and people are like, I love second chance romance. I love slow burn. I love roommate, and I'm like, then this is the perfect book for you. But like, I don't like any of these. So
yeah.
Yeah, I don't have anything against most tropes. Like I'm indifferent towards most of them. I don't like or dislike them in general. It's gonna be the book itself. But this certainly did not make me like them anymore.
But the thing is, like, I already own the first one. So like I probably won't just unhaul it just because this one, like I would still try it at least.
Yeah.
Because I thought the writing was okay.
Yeah, I had
I had no beef with the writing at all. I just think like all of her ideas were kind of dumb. Like the whole book influencer thing, she didn't hit the mark for that. Like, and
it could have worked so well. It just
like Tara being like very not like other girls, but she was exactly like every other girl. Like, I don't know. She really
if you're into Taylor Swift, you can't claim.
You're literally just like me. You're like everyone else.
Like obviously nothing wrong with Taylor Swift, but like
Taylor Swift is the most popular artist in the world right now, so like it makes total sense. Yeah. If someone likes Taylor Swift, like
also, I am very distracted by this foam finger you have in your bedroom.
It's soccer.
Oh, I just keep staring at it.
Casalman's into English football, so yeah, that's like the only sport I know. I know everything about soccer. Please let me tell you about it.
That's hilarious. I went away.
Hi, Jack.
I have no idea anymore on tropes. Surprise pregnancy.
I hate surprise pregnancy. What book did you read so I don't read it ever? Yeah, Tara was very much like, I'm I'm so picky, and I don't know.
I'm just
request
picturing
that if
Michelle
you-
sitting, like reading her
Just
book.
holding it. Go team.
No, I request that if you ever like if you have to DNF a book or like giving it like 1 or 2 stars, that you use the foam finger as your representation.
1 star.
1 star.
1
for
star.
surprise pregnancy only.
I don't hate surprise pregnancy.
Oh,
I feel like there was a point like a couple months ago where like every single book I was reading was at some point not necessarily surprise pregnancy, but just like pregnancy was a plot point, and I'm like, why?
that is
Like, why does it
my
need to
worst
just be
nightmare.
here?
I don't think I've read a romance book.
So
with
I
surprise
would
pregnancy.
warn you. I mean, if you were like, "Hey, Michelle, I'm gonna pick up this book," and I'd just be like, "No, you're not."
Well, the thing is, I'm at the point where I'm not gonna pick up a romance unless you read it and tell me I'm probably gonna like it.
That's
Like,
why
that's
I
the
chose
only time
A
I'm
Brush with
picking up a
Love for
romance.
you, because I knew you'd like that one. Like, A Brush with
Yeah.
Love gives me the love hypothesis vibes.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
like in a
and that's
different
like the
box.
only thing I want.
I know. I was right.
It definitely those 2 books are very similar in my
Well,
opinion.
now I'm gonna take note, write that down.
It's so good.
Yeah,
like
it's
Lexi
very
gave it
good.
5 stars.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I can pick a good romance. Okay.
Also, this is completely unrelated to romance, but Lexi, who inspired me when I was down in Texas, we went to this like huge book thrift store, and I found for very cheap.
Ooh.
I love that.
I, like,
Wait,
saw it
Michelle,
on
when
the
did you
shelf,
end up
and
reading it?
I
I read
started
it.
looking at it, and my friends were like, are you actually gonna buy something? Like nobody else is buying anything, and I was like,
We're in
well,
a book.
it's a bookstore, and it's like a secondhand, like it's a cheap bookstore, and I know
Yeah.
that I have it on good word that this is good, a good
It was
book.
good.
Wait, what did
So
you rate
I
it,
did
Michelle?
I give it 4. I like the 1 better.
Mm.
I like the first and second part a lot better than the third and fourth part.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't think I had anything else.
This was kind of an easy one to
I-
talk about.
Yeah, there's like not much else to say.
No.
My thing is, it wasn't like the perfect book for me, but if you like these tropes, like I would definitely recommend it to you.
Yes.
Mhm.
And also,
Not that anyone comes to me
For me, it
was
recommendations
like
for romance.
I was like,
Maybe
it was a good. My last note was this was like a passively okay book. Like I did not hate listening to it. Like listening to it was very like on my commute, just kind of
super easy.
could go. If I missed a little bit because I zoned out, oops, but like it didn't matter. Like it just was a very nice passive reading experience
Yeah.
that I will not reread it.
No.
But like I didn't hate it. It was an okay, like the audio was good. Like
I thought the audio was really
So
good.
I- yeah.
The narrator was good.
Yeah, I didn't have any issues with that.
I think I'm gonna do a
Yeah.
video, like a romance video, that was like, I might have not liked this book, but you will if you like these tropes. And
Yeah.
I'll be all surprise pregnancy.
that's good.
Yeah, I think romance is like, for me, like one of the biggest genres where you either like it or you don't,
Yeah,
because romance is so trope
tropey.
heavy, which is fine. Like there are certain ones where I'm like, yes, this trope, I love it, and then I'll probably like the book. But yes, I think that'll be a good video for people.
Yeah, I
Because
think
at
so
this
too.
point, every relationship, like every romance story, regardless of how like original the story is, it's gonna be an existing trope. Like
Yeah.
at this point, there is a trope for every single possible way that a person could meet another person.
And like how it plays out.
Yeah.
Because like the one with the surprise pregnancy was also fake dating, which I love fake dating, but then it turned into a surprise pregnancy. So like I liked it in the beginning and then hated it in the end. So you know,
Yeah.
you just gotta watch it.
So true.
Well,
Well, do either of you have anything else that you thought of that you want to announce other than next month? We can go over next month.
No.
No, I got nothing going on.
Gotcha.
I mean, I always have things going on, but like,
I have 2 videos coming out this week, and I haven't edited either of them. So wish me luck.
Yeah, Lexi, you have nothing big coming up in the next couple of weeks. Like nothing, no big events, no big reading, readathons or anything like that.
yeah, I have a readathon. It's in May. We're escaping a haunted house, and there's a video on my channel. It is my highest viewed video. So if you go to my videos and sort by popular, it's the first one.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's exciting.
And it's going to be so fun. So exciting. I'm thrilled. Like, I'm going to read more than I've ever read before. Please, so that we can get out of the haunted house.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
I know.
So that's my thing.
We're going to make it fun. That's the thing. You have fun people participating.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, like, half of the fun for me is like sprints, and I invited like a bunch of my friends that I'm just going to hang out with on sprints all month.
I love it. Great question. Next month's book, so for May, we're going to have A Black and Endless Sky by Matthew Lyons, and we're going to have a guest host, which will be Katrina from Katrina Brown. So she's going to join us for the month, and I believe everything's on Michelle's channel. Is that what
Yes, we still haven't figured out dates because May is going to be...
But I'm in charge of that, so we can schedule around things.
Yeah. It'll be good.
Yes. So we'll let you know once we get the actual dates for everything worked out. But next month will be A Black and Endless Sky. I don't actually have it.
The audiobook is on Scribd.
Okay.
And then both sprints and the live show will be on Michelle's channel with Katrina.
And then we did all put out videos for the next couple of months. So you can, if you haven't watched those, you can go and watch. I will put them all in the description so that way people can catch up on the next couple of months. We have May through August announced, so you can start planning ahead for those. But I believe that's everything. Thank you everyone for coming and for chatting about X's and O's. Hopefully you liked it a little bit more than we did. But as always, thanks for coming, and we'll see you next time. Bye.